How are you, Chef?
Good and you?
Good. How are you?
Good so far. Can't complain.
That's good. Let me begin to share on Facebook. And thank you so much for and for,
Well,
so open to this.
how's your morning going?
It's going great. I've already done a ton of stuff today, so it's always feels good to be productive. What about yours?
Same so far. Just touching base, trying to work on some events. We're working on. Will you see me post later on? Mother's Day packages. So I'm doing like brunch in a box, and I'm gonna post that in a little while, where you can order a box either for singles or whether it's with a singles just for yourself, or if you have kids, you can do a package where it's just for one adult and one kid. So the kids get a meal, and I'll probably put like some coloring materials in there to keep them occupied while you try to enjoy your day. And then there's going to be a package for like couples and kids and things like that. So you'll see that go up online in a little while. And then me and some colleagues are working on doing like we used to do a project called Brunch After Hours. So which was for like for the working people where you get out of work on a Friday or Saturday, you can do brunch in the evening. So it'll be like at 8 o'clock with like live entertainment. So we're looking to bring that virtually where we'll have either a DJ or some individual artists, and then we'll be delivering food. So when you buy the package, you'll get a brunch. So we'll try to make sure all the meals are delivered in sequence at a certain time. So everybody goes live, either on Zoom we're gonna do it, or we're gonna do it on Instagram Live. And so everybody should have all their meals hit the houses at the same time. The DJ will go up. We might have live entertainment or like something interactive. So we're working on that package now.
That's amazing. So how long have
Yeah.
you been doing this for?
We this event, Brunch After Hours, was about 3 years ago. Is the anniversary, so it hit up the anniversary maybe a while ago. So we stopped it for a while, but we're trying to bring it back. And I feel this is a great time because not too many people can go out. So maybe we can do something where it's interactive. You're in a house, and if you have your kids, of course, we're able to like keep your kids distracted and give you some time to yourself as well. So the package is once again, if you have kids, and it come with something to keep the kids occupied as well.
That's awesome, and
Yeah.
I'm very very excited to hear this. You didn't tell me about this previously, so this is a great surprise.
Yes, yes, yes.
Awesome. So I want to know a little bit about you first. I want to start off with, this is Chef Ceasar, everybody. Give it up for Chef Ceasar. He's, doing his thing, Morenos Cuchifritos, which I want to know a little bit about
Yes,
that,
yes.
where, that name comes from. So just tell us a little bit about yourself, whatever, where your background is, where you're from.
So I'm pretty much I'm American. I was born and raised in New York, Brooklyn to be exact. And my family is from the South. So, but growing up between Bushwick and Bed-Stuy, there's a lot of Spanish influence. So a lot of my friends growing up was mainly predominantly, Puerto Rican and Dominican. And then, being a kid, there's when a teenager, when you have your little summer youth money, the most things you do is you go out, you have fun, you play some basketball, and then we go down the block to the Cuchifrito, you get your empanadas and things like that. And it was just a great experience. And then how how I circled back to coming up with the name was I was dealing with somebody that works at the Bronx Brewery, and we was just talking about branding and how to create a story and connect. Because, Morenos Cuchifritos are offset of my original catering company, which is Savory Bites. And the food I cook is predominantly like Latin influence and Southern influence. So, having a conversation with him and just talking about branding and how you connect with your clients through your story and your food, makes a big difference. And then to fast forward, one day I was, a client was eating food and he was just so surprised that I was African American. He called his wife. He was like, "Oh, wow, you have to try this guy sofrito, and he's a Moreno." So I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? And then I just came across with the idea, Cuchifrito or Moreno. I'm like, it sounds good. It flows well.
Oh.
Yeah. So it was just instantaneous. So it wasn't something that was like thought about for so long. It happened just like that.
Well, as a Dominican, as a Afro-Latina, and actually I was born in DR, but I was raised here. As soon as I heard that name, I'm like, I thought you were Dominican or like some kind of
Nah.
You know, I just like that. I'm like, oh, he's one of my, I mean, we all the same people. We all the same people. We're
Correct, correct.
the human race. Number
Yes,
two, we all have African descent. So I feel like we're all the
correct.
same people. But I was like, he's Dominican. So that's a really dope story. That's really interesting.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I'm
And
looking to try to bridge the gap pretty much.
exactly. That's awesome. You're like the Selena of cooking, right?
I like that. I might have to brand that for me. I like that. I like that.
That's right. You got to bridge the gap, baby, because
Yeah.
diversity is a beautiful thing. So it's amazing to be able to mix both worlds together, right?
Yes, correct. Very much so.
What kind of food do you sell at Morenos Cuchifritos?
So what I normally do is I kind of feel I try to take traditional food and like do a twist. So traditional Latin food and do a twist on it to try to present something different. But I start off by having the originals to showcase that I can cook those. The flavors will still be true to what you think your grandmother might have made, and then I kind of throw a spin on it with other dishes. Like for example, like I have a dish called Allen Nachos, which you might think of like like which is like a pastelon, for example, a deconstructed pastelon, which is
Right.
fried plantain chips, ground beef, and cheese and sauce and things like that. And then a signature, yes, and then I have a signature dish which I love, tres copes. I have tres copes fritters, which I take the all day the mangú, I boil it into balls, I stuff it with salami and cheese, and I fry it, and then I can when an egg comes into play, I make an egg yolk vinaigrette. So it's like an egg dressing that you eat with the fritter. So that's everything right there. You got your eggs, and then you chop it off with some pickled onions, and you have everything right there in a little bite to go.
That's that is so good. When did you establish Moreno's Cuisine? I know you're new, right? You're fairly new with the business.
Well, not for, I've been doing it for a while, but for this particular brand, like I
Right.
said, it's an offset of Savory Bites. Savory Bites has been around for a few years that I've been doing it like as a private chef. But the Morenos Cuchifrito is more recent as far as like my branding and like pushing it forward. So I would say a few months. I started it like October of last year.
Awesome. That's a
Yes.
that's a good time.
Yeah.
I think you're doing your thing, and I commend you, and I'm so proud of you for staying positive through these times. Which getting to that, how are you handling right now? What's going on with COVID-19 or
It's tough. I'm just trying to find a way to manage and like I'm very proactive. I don't just sit down and be still. So it's like I'm trying to find a way to be inventive and create things and find a way to still give the same experience and doing what I love and also bringing in revenue because you have to survive, right? So I'm trying to find a way to do things affordable because, nobody's really bringing in that much income really. And also to still just, keep myself happy with doing what I love. So, I do a lot of private events. I would normally go to people's houses and cook, or I would be at some type of venue doing a pop-up. But now I have to find a way to do that, with the distancing and everything like that and being safe. So I had a client that hit me up for her 53rd birthday, and I normally would go to her house and cook for her. But this time I cooked everything. I have my own Chinaware, plated everything in China. So all she had to do was set her dining table at home and lay everything out as if she had the full experience. And then I would just come back and pick up the platters later on. So that was something that I did recently for her. So I'm doing things like that.
yeah, I'm and also staying proud. I see that you're very active on social media as well. And I've been following you for a while. So this is interesting that we link up now because I've been
Yeah.
following, I think since you first started, because you were featured on the Bronx Night. So I think that's how
Came
I,
across here.
which those guys are awesome. I love them.
Yes.
I really, really appreciate them. And I saw one interview that you sent me, and it says something. I didn't look too deep into it because I wanted to give you the opportunity to, tell me more about that,
Yeah.
about the transgender community. So, what is your relationship with that?
I didn't have any relationship per se, so it was something new to me. It's I got somebody from Essence got in contact with me because they had the show, which was I'm not sure if it was the kitchen. It was something cooking kitchen, and what they do is they just bring on guest chef and things like that. So I didn't learn about. I learned about it more so when I was there on set, but I had no connection to it prior. So it wasn't something that I kind of established and was building with. It was something that was fell in my lap, and I learned throughout the process of listening through the segment while I was there. So it was something new to me totally myself. Like I never it was something that brought awareness to myself.
And it's awesome that, I guess, in a sense, you get to stand behind that now because you got to experience that firsthand, and
Correct.
right, and you got to know a little bit of that community. So that's something that's really beautiful, and to be accepting of everyone,
Everything and everyone, yeah, everything and everyone,
regardless of their sexual orientation or their
color, creed, anything.
exactly everything, right? I
Correct.
love that, and I also feel as though these times right now, when we're going through this quarantine, it's a time of reflection, and it's a time of taking a break, right, and taking a breather, and really sitting back and acknowledging what's important in our life and realizing what really is important. So I'm excited to see what you're doing and following your social media and keeping track of you in all businesses and doing your thing in the Bronx. Where are you located in the Bronx?
So right now I'm on the side near Yankee Stadium. I'm off of 158th and Melrose.
Yeah, I know that area. That's a
Yeah.
area. And
Yes.
I've had a few clients. I'm a real estate agent. That's
Okay.
a full-time job. This is a awesome thing that I'm beginning now doing this interview. So you're my very first
Yeah.
one. So
Thank you for bringing me on in.
yes, I wasn't in school for journalism for a little while, so I have a little bit of a background of communications and things like that. So it's a passion of mine as well. So
Gotcha. You building.
again, it's very humbling for me for you to give me this opportunity and to sit here in front of me.
Likewise.
So I've had the opportunity of hanging out in the Yankee. I keep rambling, right? To show some properties in the Yankee Stadium area and in that area, and I think it's a beautiful community. So it's really nice that you're there. Are you able to still be open now, like doing deliveries?
So, technically, I'm working out of my house right now. I have my friend, the bar I was working out of is Game Day Sports Bar. I have the space available if I had any bigger projects and things like that to work from. But everything is now I stage. If you can see, I kind of like stage my house.
Show us around. We want to see.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, that's where
So everything's kind of everything is kind of staged to be
that is so
like a mini office, separate from the regular kitchen. So I'm just working on that from now, keeping everything safe and sanitized and just building from there.
I love that. I love the ingenuity and sometimes desperate times is when your creativity comes on.
Correct. Survival instincts.
Survival instincts, right? But
Yeah.
in a good, positive way where you're taking the precaution and you're also enjoying this time. So and that's exactly what I'm doing also. This is, we can't go outside. We can't. So let's bring the conversation to the table.
Yes. Yes. Correct.
Do you speak a little Spanish?
I understand it more than I speak it. So like if I'm stuck in a situation, I can make things happen. Because a lot of the restaurants I work at, sometimes I'm the only guy that speaks English, and then I'm good there, but I can understand when you're talking. When it comes to response, I need to work on that a little better.
Yeah. And how long have you been a chef for?
I would say I've been cooking for a little over maybe 15 years, but like I would say being a chef for maybe 5 years. Because it comes with experience. Everybody wants to call themselves a chef nowadays based off, coming out of school or they work in a few jobs. It's more to it, it's management. It's really understanding and being able to learn and teach as well. So, I would say I would consider myself a chef for the past maybe 5 years or so.
I'm a chef widow, right?
Okay.
I'm sure you know
Entonces.
that term.
Yes.
My husband is an executive chef.
Okay.
Well, his last job was PJ Clark's. And he got laid off because of the whole situation. So I know, I'm so familiar with the restaurant world. I know exactly how it is, and I know exactly what you're talking about. You have to put in the time. No matter, my husband went to ICE, And he
Okay.
started as a cook, and he had to work his way up. When I met him, he was still a cook. So I get it. I know how that world is. I know the 12 hours or 16 hours, but I know the love and passion you guys put into it.
Yeah.
So commendable.
Thank you.
Not everyone is, not everyone is cut out for it. It's a really,
I think you have to be a little crazy. I think we're a little off. I think in this industry, like most chefs and cooks.
not crazy. I don't call it crazy. I call it, you have to be extra passionate. That's what I call it.
We're gonna work with that then.
My therapist tells me that it's all about the wording that you use. You have to.
Correct. Very much so. Very much so. Yes.
Always. Right.
It is passion though, but we take a lot. We can withstand a lot.
You can, and yeah. I don't know if you have a significant other, but like,
yes,
from my perspective, we lose a lot of time as a couple. We lose a lot of time as in, we have kids. So, but my husband always finds a way to be there in the important moments. He's always been there at the births. He's very creative with that. He finds a way.
I try my best. Like, this is the same thing. So I'm able to spend more time now. Like, that's the only good thing out of this COVID. I'm able to spend more time with my wife and my son now. That now that I'm working from home. So it's a bit different. Even though I'm uncomfortable because I'm worrying about bringing in finances, but it's still it's good in a way that it's more time.
Of course, and it's different for you because I know it's different when you're a business owner versus when you're working. To get unemployment and things like that, it's completely different ballgame. So it's very difficult to navigate. But I'm sure you're getting to know things about your son that you probably didn't know before.
I think I was maybe a little more. Maybe it might be a little bit too much right now, but it's still the same level because, like you said, we always find a way to make time. When you have a family.
Is he of school age?
Yes, he's 7.
Oh, so he's
going to be 7 technically in October.
My daughter also, she's 6, so she'll be 7 in October. What day?
Oh yes, 22nd.
Okay, she's born the 13th, Friday the 13th. Yep. So she loves Halloween, all the 9 yards.
Got you.
Yeah. So I think that it is good. I know financially we're probably like a little afraid and but it is good to take this time because who knows whenever this will happen, right? But hopefully, God willing, things go back to normal and we're able to go to our day-to-day lives. I hope that we don't forget about this experience and we really,
correct.
Take this in and we learn from it. And
this is the only thing we should do. We need to, you can't just put this behind us. You have to use it as another stepping stone,
But if we look at history, we tend to forget sometimes, unfortunately.
Correct. Very much so. We do.
Okay. So I have a question for you. What would you like the world to know about you, your brand, your business, and where do you see yourself taking it? Where are you?
Like the know about me, I would just say, this. I'm truly passionate because a lot of people cook nowadays just to cook because it's a whole new fad. Like with social media being everybody's like I said before, everybody thinks they're a chef. Everybody's doing it.
Right.
Just for the likes or just because, and it kind of makes it hard for people that are passionate, that are actually cooking good food and, trying to put out something that's, valuable. Right. So I just, my product is valuable and it comes with love pretty much is what I want people to know. And then also where I plan to be is hopefully you can see hopefully I have a few storefronts in the Bronx, if not the Bronx, another borough, Brooklyn or Harlem. Where the Latin community and the African American community is strong,
Right. In Harlem, there's something very special about Harlem because, we have the Spanish Harlem, right? And then
correct.
Big African American. So it's literally like where African Americans and the Latin community really
mixes, yeah.
And in a beautiful way. I have a cousin that is from Harlem. And his swag is very different than other people. There's just something about Harlem that's so special. It's a very special community. It's like its own little country. Or
correct. Yes, it is.
It's an untouchable. I'm from Queens, so Queens, I
got a few friends from Queens, so I already know. Yeah, it's a different little fancy swag. Yeah.
I never felt like I fit into Queens. I was a Queens girl for a long time. I live in Westchester County now, And I haven't been here too long, but I feel like I fit in here more than I did in Queens. And I was there from 10, I'm 26 now, 16 years I was in Queens.
Yeah. It's more quiet out there where you're at now then, right? Well, Queens is also quiet as well, so
It's like a ghetto suburb. That's what Queens is. It's really what it is.
it depends on what part of Queens you're in though.
What part? Yeah, but
yeah,
exactly. Because you step one corner and it's a
it'd be
different
totally different, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
Yeah.
you have the 50 Cents, you have the Nicki Minaj, right? That came out from
Correct, yeah.
I was in Jamaica, not Southside. I was in actually like, Jamaica Ave or the strips
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that area. That's where I grew up.
Got you. The main line where the A train is at. I already know.
E train.
Oh, you got the E train. Oh, yeah. So the A doesn't go all the way out there. Yeah.
Main was the Social Security. All those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last stop on the train. Yeah.
Yeah, the last stop. My husband had to go from the first stop, World Trade Center. The World Trade Center.
Yeah.
Last stop. That was his commute every day.
Ooh.
He had to take long naps.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is.
It's not a joke.
But you do what you do for your family, right?
Yeah, you adjust. You're right.
Absolutely. So tell me anything else that you want us to know, anything that, you like to a message or anything, just free, go for it.
Well, what I want to say is for everybody just to be safe out there now, stay positive. Don't go crazy. Try to, just try to find peace in what's going on right now. And like you said, we'll get over it soon. Everything will be well soon. But just stay positive and focus. That's it. That's all I want to say. And follow me.
Yes, follow. So you have 2 Instagrams. You have.
I have 3, but you can follow my main page. You can follow because all the links to be on the main page. You can follow me at Chef Ceasar 1022. So and Ceasar Ceasar. And then in that page you'll find the links to Savory Bites and Morenos Cuchifritos. But I'm always on Chef Ceasar's page, updating and things like that.
So follow Chef Ceasar, and I cannot wait to try that amazing food. I can't wait till this go back because I'm going head in over there.
Heard. I'll try to get you. Hopefully, I can get you something out this weekend if everything works out.
Yes, please. All right. Thank you so much for sitting with me. Thank you so much for this conversation. We'll definitely do a follow-up in some time. We'll come up with that together.
You got it.
Things are going for you, and we're really rooting for you for your business. So I wish you much success. Éxito, mi hermano.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Sosa style. So you take care.
Thank you.
Much love to you and your
family. Likewise.
Okay?
Likewise. Thank you.
Nice talking to you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.